Welcome to Good Old RVing. My name's Greg and I'm going to be talking about water systems today. So welcome back and I hope everyone's doing okay. Okay, well, start off with, I just don't pick this stuff out of my head. I had a water issue in the kitchen or the bathroom sink. It seemed to be okay, but you're only using it for a few minutes and turning it off. And so the water pressure seemed to be okay. But when you're in the shower, it'll be strong. I have water accumulators, and so it keeps the pressure strong for an extra few minutes. And then all of a sudden it goes to a trickle. And you're like, come on, I got to get the soap off me. But so anyways, make a long story short, I had to figure out what the heck's going on. So here's what I got. I have a pre-filter. This is the park water spigot right here. This is a pre-filter. It's a 20 micron filter. And so first thing I was thinking, because this gauge, every time I turn the water on, would drop about 10 pounds, 10 psi roughly. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, it's got to be somewhere before that why it's dropping. And I was thinking, if it's not the pre-filter, it's the park. So I replaced the pre-filter. Well, after I replaced the pre-filter, I started getting my 59 to 62 pounds of pressure right here. Okay, right here, next in line, I have a water monitoring device that monitors my pressure, my temperature, and my water usage. And this one and this one were stating about the same thing. They're both saying about the same pressure. So I was like, okay, that's good. But now I have another gauge at my water softener. Every time I turn the kitchen sink on, I would see the water softener gauge drop about 10 pounds. I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm saying that it would drop, but this one over here, this gauge, would stay where it's supposed to be, between 59 and 62. Okay, so currently, the pressure from the city is at roughly 57. And then the pressure at my water softener is roughly at 62. And this gauge is running through my primary filter and my water softener. And then from here, it goes to my secondary water filter. So let's see what these look like. Okay, so this one still says 57. This one's dropped down to about 42. Okay, so that's going through my primary water filter. So the only thing between this gauge and this gauge is the primary water filter. So this is a 10 micron filter. I replaced it. Oh, and God, it was dirty. Then I came over here and this gauge was okay. It started reading fine. Then I went in the bathroom because I had just finished replacing the valve on the toilet, and so I installed a shutoff and a gauge right there before the toilet. I'm going to add this right here so I could at any time see the water pressure. back here by the toilet. Okay, starting from here, by checking this gauge, I'm checking the condition of my secondary water filter. And so here we go. I'm going to turn on the water now. And look at that drop. And at the same time, you can see on here that it still says 57 coming in from the street. And so we're down to 24, 23, 22. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna go and change it. Water filter is pretty close. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out and change it right now. Let's see if it builds back up. See, it'll build back up slowly because it's plugged up. Yeah, it's still 57.5 coming in from outside. So yeah, definitely got a problem with that secondary water filter. So I'm gonna go change that. And so I was like, well, the only thing between this gauge and that gauge is the secondary water filter, which is a 5 micron filter. So I replaced that. Finally, all the water pressure between this gauge and this gauge, it dropped about a total of, and that's because of all the stuff it has to go through to get there. I'm okay with that. And so when I take my shower now, yeah, it might not be 80 pounds of pressure, but it has enough pressure to make you comfortable, let me tell you. And so that's what I ended up doing. Okay, so as you can see, this gauge is reading about 60, a little over 62, about 63 right now. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark it right on the edge. Right here. That way I'll know roughly where it is. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is turn on the water at the faucet. Okay, now with the water at the faucet running, it's staying right in that area, right there, right around 40. Okay, so that's the low and that's the high. So really we're looking at 20-pound difference. That is still a lot better than a 40-pound difference that it was. And so this is going to be my zone, high and low. And right now that's with hot and cold, all the way full blast. And usually they're never both full blast. This is about where they are normally right here. Comfortable to the touch. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so the shower is about the same as the sink. Just wanted to be sure. Okay, right here I'm doing the same thing. This is the gauge at my water softener. So I'll be checking the difference between before the water's turned on and after I turn it on. Okay, the kitchen sink is on, and it dropped to about 2.4. Let's see, about 50 psi, a little bit under, I think. Okay, there you can see I marked it, and so now at a glance I'll be able to know if the filters are getting clogged or not, because this is the normal operating range. Okay, so I turned off the water, and you can see how it raised itself, or it's raising itself back up to where it was. And I hope everybody's staying safe, and thank you for watching. And I hope that you got something out of this video. So have a great day or a great evening, and until next time, bye.